In this video, I'm gonna show how you round first base. So I feel base running is like a form of art. It's something where I feel we don't spend enough time on it, and we should. And it's a matter of, you get a great hit, you're rounding first, but you take a wide turn, you're getting thrown out at second base when you could have a double. So very important that we hone in here, and there's just a couple small tips that I'm gonna give you when you're rounding first. So let's talk about what we do before we even hit the bag. So when you hit the ball and you're running, you should be straight. When you are about 6 to 8 steps from that bag, you want to start to make a tiny loop. So when I say tiny, it's just a couple steps outside of the baseline. If we go too far, that's taking too much time. So when you're about 6 to 8 steps, you make a tiny loop. That way, as you are getting to the bag, you're pretty much leaning in to go to second base. If you take a really big loop, too many steps, taking too long. So if you go outside the baseline just a bit, you want to be leaning in towards second base, because as you get to first base, you should be hitting with your right foot. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a righty, you're a lefty, you want to hit with your right foot so you can push off and go to second base. You could run in and hit with your left foot, but it's really hard to keep that tilt and go to our target, which would be second base. So as you're running in, you hit with your right foot, you should be leaning a bit towards second base. If you go in like this, hit, and then try and turn, you can do it, but it takes too long. So as you hit, you're leaning. Now, once you hit with this right foot, you really want to push off and go to second base. And as you're going to second base, you should be almost in a straight line. See a lot of girls that will hit first, and then they're going out to right field, which again, too many steps, takes too long to get to second base. Now, I've seen this on social media where coaches will put cell phones right on this, like the middle of the bag, in order to keep the girls staying inside and hitting that front corner. If you don't want to risk your $1,000 phones, what I always did when I had my team was I would just have someone stand there. So you could put whatever you want, an object, you could put a human right there to make sure that as these girls are rounding the bag, they're hitting the corner, their body really should not be over first base whatsoever. Because you should be hitting this corner and leaning to second base, you shouldn't be, like I said earlier, flying out to right field, taking a huge loop to get to second base. It takes too long, too many steps. So what you want to do is when you hit this corner, and I have some cones here for a visual, you can either put cones or you can put another coach or parent right here to make sure that athlete is hitting and staying in front of these cones, because again, we want very short distance from A to B. We don't want to go from A to B, which is like right field or by that lip, to C. We want A to B. So put some cones, a coach, whoever, maybe some buckets, so that when the girls hit, they plant, and then they are running to second base. Last tip I give, which is, again, everyone probably knows this, but just make sure that when you're running, your head is down and you're tucking your arms, you're staying low. Don't bring your chest up, try not to come up too much. It's gonna slow you down. And this is what it'll look like full speed.